All right, listen up. Imagine getting ice guide into a world full of gods and cultivators, only to find out you're a powerless mortal with zero talent. Talk about starting the game on nightmare mode. But get this, the dog he raises is a demon king. The tree he plants is a world tree, and even his random doodles are treated like divine scriptures. The entire world thinks our boy is a hidden god-tier expert, but he's the only one who has absolutely no idea. Meanwhile, back at our boy's courtyard, things are getting weirder by the second. I mean, look at this. He's got a freaking robot doing morning stretches, preaching about scientific exercise methods. You just know this isn't your average backyard. And this robot trainer is going all out, promising customized training plans based on your talent. Bro's running a full-blown demonic beast boot camp right under our boy's nose. And look at the trainees. This poor pig is getting absolutely wrecked by a giant wolf, screaming for its life. Meanwhile, a freaking dragon is just casually commentating, "Yep, they're finished." This isn't a pet daycare, it's a special forces selection. The newcomer, a little white cat, is just stunned, thinking, "So this is how my sister's been living?" And what does she do? Immediately starts chasing after them, screaming not to be left behind. She knows a good thing when she sees it. Elsewhere at the Green Cloud Valley, some guests have arrived. The Valley Master is proudly showing off his amazing pets, a pig, a parrot, and a rabbit. Look at him so proud. Little does he know, these pets could probably wipe out his entire sect. But these ladies, they're not clueless. They huddle up, whispering about how to properly curry favor with Mr. Lee. They know they're walking on eggshells around this guy, because one wrong move could spell disaster for everyone. Then, one of them drops a bombshell. Master Lee might seem aloof, but he has a weakness for one specific type of food. Just as they're getting into the juicy details, our boy pops up out of nowhere, scaring them half to death. The timing is just perfect comedic gold. So they lead him to their special vegetable garden to get him his favorite food. They're talking about games, which are obviously demonic beasts, but our boy Lee just sees a garden and is utterly confused. The disconnect is hilarious. One of the girls points to a terrifying beast and offers, "Look at that raccoon. Fat and strong. We'll cook it for your lunch." The other beasts are sweating bullets. The big blue demon finally snaps, ordering his men to just kill the game, already before things get more awkward. But of course, our boy Lee steps in. "Please wait. Although it looks ugly, it's a living thing. Let's not eat it." And just like that, the entire crowd of cultivators breaks down in tears. "Master Lee, you are so kind." They think it's god-tier compassion. He just doesn't want to eat a weird-looking animal. Since they're not eating the beast, our boy decides to show them what real cooking is. He ties on an apron, ready to blow their minds with some of his simple home cooking. And the fangirling is real. The ladies are all swooning over Master Lee's kindness and generosity, pledging to repay him 100-fold. They are absolutely obsessed with him. Turns out, the pets he saved were cultivators in disguise. Now, they're kneeling and thanking him for his mercy. You can just imagine how awkward this is for their actual boss, the red-haired lady, whose subordinates almost got eaten. Back in the kitchen, the atmosphere is cheerful. Dodgy, the pink-haired girl, is hyping up one of the other girls' cooking skills, calling her the best in the world. It's a surprisingly wholesome moment amidst all the godly chaos. But the main event is when our boy takes over. Everyone wants to help, but he's in the zone. He looks at the foot of an ancient beast and says, "I'll combine this with tofu." He sees divine pearls and thinks, "I'll use fish eggs as a substitute." He's treating priceless immortal treasures like common groceries, and nobody dares to correct him. To provide the best ingredients for Master Lee, the red-haired boss goes all in. Bring the young master's 9th grade red carp. Her subordinate just about has a heart attack. "Bro, that fish is priceless." The poor guy is crying his eyes out over his precious fish. But his sister gave the order, and what she says goes. He has to watch in agony as his brother gets sent to the chopping block. And the fish is literally crying out, "Big bro," as it's being taken away. The blue-faced dude completely loses it, wailing about how he failed to protect his dear brother. The sheer drama over a fish is just peak comedy. Meanwhile, our boy is explaining his complex culinary technique. To make tofu taste like meat, you have to boil it 3 separate times. They're all listening with rapt attention, treating his cooking tips like a divine sermon. Then, Lee casually mentions the fire is getting a little small, and all hell breaks loose. The girls immediately start competing, unleashing their most powerful divine flames to help him cook. They're literally fighting for the honor of being his stove lighter. And our boy is just amazed. "Wow, you guys can fly and create fire. Immortals are so cool." Hearing this, they all get emotional, thinking how pathetic their powers are compared to this true god. The mutual admiration, based on a total misunderstanding, is just perfect. Finally, The dish is ready. The moment he opens the lid, a divine golden light erupts from the pot, shining like the sun. Everyone is just speechless. This isn't food, it's a miracle. Our boy crosses his arms, super proud of his creation. The others just get a whiff of the aroma, and they're already losing their minds, looking like they're about to ascend to heaven on the spot. Remember the blue-faced guy who swore to become a vegetarian? He literally passed out from shock earlier. Now the smell of the food hits him, and he just breaks down, drooling and crying, "Damn it. My dear pets, why do you have to smell so delicious?" He makes one last dramatic declaration. "I, Guziyu, would rather starve to death than eat my brothers." And the very next second, his body gets up and walks towards the table on its own. The aroma is so powerful, it literally overrides his free will. You love to see it. The red-haired woman is the first to take a bite. Her eyes go wide. She looks like she just discovered the meaning of life in a single spoonful of soup. And boom, a massive surge of power erupts from her body. She's literally powering up, screaming, "So tasty. This is so tasty. My guy isn't cooking food. He's cooking power-ups." Seeing her transformation, everyone else chimes in, confirming that Master Lee's cooking is simply unrivaled. The hype is off the charts. And then complete chaos. These high and mighty cultivators are fighting over the food like a pack of starving wolves. Our boy is just watching, completely bewildered. I know you guys like it, but aren't you overreacting a little? Look at this dude, he's so blissed out he's literally sliding across the floor. Another guy is just shoveling it in his face. This food is more potent than any divine pill. But the best part? Outside the window, all the other pets are watching their friend get devoured, and they're crying tears of betrayal. Now we know the real you, despicable man. The dramatic irony is just chef's kiss. After the meal, the conversation turns to legendary cuisine. Someone brings up a famous imperial dish, the jade sturgeon tendon, said to be so rare that even the emperor could barely get a taste. They describe the elaborate process, requiring over 40 pounds of tendons from a massive sturgeon, prepared with the finest cooking methods. Listening to all this, our boy just smiles and casually mentions that his hometown has similar dishes. You know, things like jade sturgeon tendon and phoenix brain, explaining they're just fancy names for simple ingredients cooked well. And everyone just freezes. Hometown. Simple ingredients? They completely misinterpret his words, thinking he's admitting he's from the immortal world and that his simple ingredients are actually divine treasures. The crowd goes wild. He admitted it. He's from the immortal world. Someone even connects it to Journey to the West, claiming the peach banquet was based on his personal experience. The mental gymnastics these guys do is insane. They take this as a sign, a promise from the master. If they follow him and do their best, they too can eat rare and precious foods. Suddenly, everyone is super motivated, ready to die for him. And our boy, he just laughs, thinking they're flattering him. He has absolutely no clue that his offhand comment just solidified his god status among his followers. Watching all this, Daji, his most loyal follower, makes a silent vow. No matter what her master wants to do, she will ensure he succeeds, no matter the cost. Meanwhile, in a much darker corner of the world, a new plot begins. We're introduced to our villain, a red-haired big shot who is furious about his missing son. At the same time, his subordinate brings him news of a rapidly rising sect. This Golden Lotus sect is full of low-talent disciples who are somehow reaching foundation establishment in 3 months and even killing nascent soul cultivators. Hearing this, the villain just smirks. To him, any power that doesn't belong to him is simply food. He orders his man to investigate the secret behind their explosive growth. You can see the pure terror on the subordinate's face. This villain does not mess around. The investigation quickly bears fruit. The secret to the Golden Lotus sect power is a copybook, an immortal treasure. The villain now has a lead. As he plots his next move, he's also worrying about his troublemaker son. But he's interrupted by news. A king from the Qianlong immortal dynasty has just arrived. Then, the Lin immortal palace arrives too. The villain immediately assumes his idiot son pissed them off and they're here for revenge. But he's not scared. He's arrogant. The Liu family has been bullying people for so long. Since when did we get scared of revenge? The reports keep coming. Now Gu Chongqing from the Green Cloud Valley is here. The villain finally loses his cool. That ungrateful bastard. What kind of people did he offend? His subordinate suggests maybe apologizing, but the villain decides to handle this personally. He's going to teach these people a lesson. Even when the Liu family is in the wrong, you still have to suck it up. That's power. He marches out, boasting about his family's almighty ancestor. Little does he know, the crowd waiting for him has already passed judgment. Tonight is the last day for the Liu family in the immortal world. The Liu family members are still arrogant, demanding to know who dares challenge them. But the visitors warn them, if you anger the almighty expert, you'll be burned to ashes. And then, the man himself, Master Liu, arrives. He sees the assembly of powerful factions and completely misunderstands the situation. He thinks they're here for his son, not realizing they're all here because of our boy Lin Yinfan. But what happens next shocks everyone. The arrogant Master Liu sees the opposing cultivators and immediately starts apologizing profusely. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The 180-degree turn is so sudden it gives you whiplash. He goes on a full-blown apology tour, blaming himself for not raising his family members right. The other side is completely baffled. They came here for an execution, not a heartfelt apology. He even forces his own elder to apologize and promises to bring his son back tied up. But when the old man tries to speak, Liu cuts him off with a bombshell. Your son is dead. He thinks the old man is here for revenge, completely misreading the entire situation. Cut back to our boy Lin Yinfan, chilling in his peaceful courtyard, completely oblivious. Meanwhile, a bald old man next to him casually admits, yes, I was the one who sent him on his way. So he's the killer. Hearing confirmation that his son is dead, Master Liu's demeanor flips instantly. The groveling is over. Do you really think the Liu family is duped so easily? He goes from 0 to 100, and his killing intent fills the air. He summons a massive demonic spirit, vowing to kill everyone present to avenge his son. The real fight is about to begin. The leaders of the other factions don't hesitate. They immediately team up to take him down. This is the big boss battle. But surprisingly, after all that buildup, Master Liu gets captured way too easily. Even his own men are shocked, speculating that he must have slacked off on his training. Even while restrained, he's defiant, saying he only wants to kill the bald man and the rest can leave. But the old man gives him the bad news. Sorry, but you can't. They have their orders from the expert, and they have to finish the job. Seeing that he's completely outmatched, Liu tries to negotiate again. What about a draw? Let's shake hands and make up. Bro, the whiplash from this guy's mood swings is intense. When they refuse, he finally breaks down, crying about how cruel they are. The old man tells him the cold, hard truth. You have no idea what kind of person you've offended. It's the classic you mess with the wrong protagonist moment. Liu is still confused, wondering who this mysterious person is. The old man just pities him as he prepares the final blow. The cultivators combine their strength, channeling their energy into one massive, decisive attack. A giant, celestial sword materializes in the sky, radiating pure destructive power. Seeing this, Liu knows it's over. In his final moments of defiance, he flips them off. What way to go out? He decides to go out with a bang, vowing to show them the true strength of the Liu family. And on that cliffhanger, we'll have to see what his final trump card is in the next one. All right, picking up right where we left off. Faced with total annihilation, the Liu family head finally decides to stop holding back. He's whipping out the family's ultimate heirloom, the sky-splitting sword. Look at him, overflowing with confidence. He declares that today, he's going to show these fools how the Liu family alone can conquer the entire northern realm. The sheer presence, the power, looks like a comeback is on the menu. But you want to know the best part? The old masters on the other side are completely unfazed. They're basically like, celestial item? Big deal. Who doesn't have one of those? Oh, the disrespect. That comeback completely shattered his big moment. Meanwhile, our mortal boy, Lin Yinfan, is having a complete and utter meltdown. He's crying his eyes out, yelling, you can brag all you want, but can you guys please stop making personal attacks on me? Bro, they're talking about weapons, not you. The misunderstanding is just golden. The Liu head is losing his mind. Not only were they not scared, but they whipped out a fire banner that's supposed to be used for sealing the demon realm. He's like, are you guys insane? You can't just use that for a regular fight. These cultivators are really pulling out all the stops to impress our boy. Well, so much for diplomacy. Talk is cheap, and the battle is on. Fueled by pure rage, the Liu head charges straight at them. Facing his wrathful attack, the two masters don't mess around. They immediately team up to counter, and just like that, the air is filled with clashing energy and sword chi. This is getting intense. Even though the Liu head is giving it his all, he's clearly outnumbered and outmatched. He's getting pushed back, completely on the defensive against the two powerhouses. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the battlefield, a group of disciples are on a secret mission. They're watching the epic battle in awe, but they're also stressing out. If they fail their task, their entire clan is doomed. Suddenly, they sense a familiar energy. Wait, is that Master Chi? He's in danger. A few of them want to rush in and help, but the leader stops them. Are you kidding? It's a fight between gods. They'd just be cannon fodder. Just as they're trying to figure out what to do, danger strikes from out of nowhere. A surprise attack catches them completely off guard. With a massive explosion, the disciples are sent flying. It's absolute chaos. When the dust settles, a girl in a pink dress appears. The injured disciples think she's their savior, desperately pleading, Save us. But psych, the next second, they flip the script and try to kidnap her. The girl is stunned. How dare you make fun of my kindness and kidnap me? You morons. Little do they know, they just mess with the wrong person. The girl sighs. This is self-protection. Don't blame me for what happens next. Turns out, they were after the calligraphy scroll Li Nianfan gave her. Oh, now it's personal. Since it's still warm, she says with a smile, let me do something. Oh yeah, she's about to unleash hell. Meanwhile, our boy Li Nianfan is just chilling in his divine courtyard with his robot and his demon king dog, completely oblivious. He has no idea the calligraphy he casually gave away is about to cause some major chaos. Back with Nan Nan, she's channeling the immense power she learned from the scroll. She's getting ready to unleash her technique, but first, she needs a super cool name for it. What should she call it? She thinks about the heavenly court from Journey to the West, but then she's like, nah, there's no way the heavens are stronger than Brother Nianfan. That's right, her brother Nianfan is definitely stronger than heaven itself. So how about Heaven Destroyer? Now, that's a powerful name. While Nan Nan is effortlessly wiping the floor with these goons, back at the main event, the Lu head has been beaten into submission and can only watch from the sidelines in despair. With the battle over, it's all settled. The Lu head angrily demands, who did our Lu family offend to deserve this? The old master calmly replies, blame yourselves for being too arrogant. In your next life, try to be a little more humble. That last comment was the final straw. The Lu head completely loses it. He screams to the heavens, calling upon his ancestor for aid. My dear ancestor, please see this. Your descendants are being bullied. He knows the path between the mortal and immortal realms was severed long ago. The Lu family's glory was built on the back of one legendary ancestor. But now, it seems their legacy is finally at an end. In a final act of desperation, he burns his own life force and cultivation, sending out one last plea. Ancestors, please save the Lu family. The victors look down at the now-dead Lu head and offer the remaining family members a choice. If you don't want to die, you can leave now. I will not kill you all. And not only that, they decide to destroy the Lu family's foundation, declaring, from this day onwards, the Lu family will no longer exist in the immortal world. Talk about adding insult to injury. But just as they're about to call it a day, something changes. The entire atmosphere shifts, and a terrifying pressure descends from the heavens. An enraged voice booms through the sky. Who says that the Lu family will no longer exist? Everyone is shocked. This aura could be... That's right, the Lu family's ancestor has actually been summoned. Even if it's just an afterimage, this is a real-deal powerhouse from the immortal realm. The remaining Lu family members immediately drop to their knees, shouting, welcome, ancestor. Everyone else is just completely bewildered. Wasn't the path between realms supposed to be sealed? This is impossible. The ancestor's afterimage scans the area, his voice booming. Who is it that sullied my Lu family? The sheer destructive power in his voice makes everyone feel the cold touch of death. So this is the power of an almighty from the immortal realm. Just his presence alone has everyone completely paralyzed. They realize he hasn't even attacked yet, and they're already subdued by his momentum alone. The ancestor himself is confused. He looks at the dead Lu head and asks, the path is severed. How did a weakling like yourself manage to summon me here? The dead spirit of Lu Xinghe excitedly confirms, ancestor, it's me. I'm the one who summoned you. Lu Xinghe explains he used up all his cultivation and life to make the summoning happen. This only makes the ancestor angrier. Impossible. With your pathetic level of cultivation, you think you can open the path? Are you joking? Panicking, Lu Xinghe points at the cultivators and cries, ancestor, it was them. They pushed our family to the brink of death. They beat me until I only had a single breath left. Hearing this, the ancestor doesn't waste a second. He raises his hand and unleashes an attack. The cultivators have no time to react and are instantly hit, coughing up blood. It's pure despair. This is a whole different level of power. They realize that compared to this almighty being, they're less than ants. But Gu Changqing stands his ground. We came here under the orders of an expert, he says, an expert that I'm afraid even you can't afford to offend. The Lu head is furious. Are you insane? My ancestor is here, and you're still talking tough? Ignorance is bliss, the ancestor scoffs. Fine, let me free you all from your pain. I'll consider it gathering some merit for the Liu family. And with that, he raises his hand again, ready to end them all. This is it. They're completely filled with dread. We're done for. The world-ending attack is about to hit. But in that critical moment, a brilliant golden light suddenly flashes, appearing right in front of them. It was the guy with the tall hat, Luo Ning. He pulls out a copybook, screaming with tears in his eyes. This is the treasure the expert gave me. I'm not the most useless one after all. And you guessed it. Once again, it all comes back to our boy, Lin Yinfan. Something he casually wrote while feeding his chickens and farming in his backyard has become the key to saving the day. The Liu ancestor is completely baffled. Impossible. What is that thing? How can something like this exist in the mortal world? Refusing to believe it, he attacks again. He laughs maniacally as he strikes. You are finished. No matter what treasure you have, you will be dead soon. However, as the copybook slowly unfurls, the poem written inside transforms into pure Taoist scripture, unleashing an incredible wave of power. That power completely negates the ancestor's attack and then freezes his afterimage in place, trapping him completely. In the very next second, the ancestor's afterimage is instantly obliterated into nothingness. Witnessing his ultimate trump card get one shot, the Liu head is so shocked he literally throws up. The trauma is real. Meanwhile, in the distant immortal realm, the ancestor's real body feels the feedback. He roars in fury. Who was that? Who dares to destroy my afterimage in the mortal world? He vows to fight to the death, having no clue what kind of being he's just provoked. He shouts across the realms. Who the hell is giving me so much trouble? The moment he says that, an even more terrifying flame power erupts from the copybook. It tears through space itself, heading straight for the ancestor's main body in the immortal realm. And it's not over yet. This ordinary-looking copybook then transforms into a giant, golden longsword right before their eyes. This plot armor is just getting ridiculous. The ancestor in the immortal realm is still yelling, "Don't you try to scare me. I'm an almighty. I can't be defeated." He can't even finish the word defeated before the sword pierces right through him. How powerful was this attack, you ask? Not only did it one-shot the ancestor, it also casually destroyed a passing alien spaceship. The aliens were probably like, "Bro, what did we do?" And to top it all off, this single sword strike literally pierced through the heavens, creating a massive hole in the sky. The barrier between the mortal and immortal realms? Yeah, it's gone now. Everyone stares in shock. They can actually see the immortal world through the hole. And the cause of all this, our boy Lin Yinfan, is still at home, completely at peace with the world. They can't believe their eyes. Could that be the immortal world? The place that countless cultivators have only dreamed of reaching. The Liu family descendant is just beside himself, weeping, "My child, just what kind of amazing being did you manage to offend?" And what's even more shocking, the massive dead body of the Liu family's ancestor falls right through the hole in the sky. Yeah, he's super dead. Just when they think it's all over, something new starts to emerge from the hole in the sky. A giant, glowing hand reaches down through the clouds and grabs the ancestor's body. What kind of existence is this now? Everyone breaks into a cold sweat. Could the ancestor not be dead after all? If he comes back, he'll seek revenge forever. And if Masterly finds out about this mess, he's going to be furious. The thought of angering the expert is so terrifying that these powerful cultivators are practically ready to end their own lives. They figure it's better than facing his wrath. Gu Chongqing makes a split-second decision. I can't let it bring the ancestor's body back. He burns his own power and launches one final, desperate attack at the giant hand. But his attack is completely useless. It doesn't even leave a scratch on a massive hand. Just then, a new figure descends from the sky, appearing before them. Gu Chongqing looks up and gasps in shock. Who is this mysterious newcomer? And what will happen next? We'll find out in the next one. Picking up right where we left off. Just as all hope seemed lost, a literal goddess descends from the heavens. And look at their faces, completely stunned. They're all thinking, who is this? How can a deity be walking in the mortal world? And it's none other than Daji from our boy's manor. The moment she appears, her aura just dominates the entire scene. Those troublemaking demonic cultivators immediately lose all their nerve. Daji is not here to play games. She coldly brings up the master's rules and asks if they understand. These guys wouldn't dare say no. They hit the deck instantly, begging for forgiveness. Yes, we know. We understand. Now that's what you call authority. Faced with absolute power, any resistance is futile. The demonic cultivators were handled plain and simple. With the crisis averted, the group decides to head back and report to Master Li. Meanwhile, the chief of Green Cloud Valley, Gu Changqing, also rushes home, announcing he needs to get ready to meet a very important person. He excitedly pushes open the door to his treasury, planning to pick out a few decent treasures as a meeting gift, but, oh boy, the room is completely empty. The old chief just loses it. Where's my golden bamboo brush, my autumn water shield, and the final straw? All my Lady Xian statues are gone too. He thinks he's been robbed blind. Just as he's about to despair, his butler timidly reports, "Chief, the young master and lady took everything. They said it was a gift for a master with the surname Li." The moment he hears master with the surname Li, his entire demeanor changes. He gets it. The look on his face is priceless. And cut to the culprits. Turns out his own kids raided his treasury to impress our boy, Master Li. These two filial children are plotting how to make sure Master Li is pleased with their offerings. His daughter takes it to another level. Not only did she give away treasures, but she tearfully tells her dad that she also offered her pet koi and parrot to Master Li as ingredients for a meal. And the father's reaction? He's not mad at all. He's proud. "Good job," he says. The dedication of these fans is unreal. To get on the good side of the big shot, this entire sect has basically given away everything they own. This level of devotion is both hilarious and insane. And at this very moment, where's our boy Li Nianfan, the cause of all this chaos? He's just chilling, enjoying his peaceful rural life, completely oblivious to everything happening outside. He's just playing a nice game of Go with Dodgy, looking as peaceful as can be. The contrast between his chill life and the madness he inspires is just perfect. Dodgy is a little bummed about losing the game, but our boy cheers her up, telling her she's improved a lot. But this peaceful, everyday moment is about to be interrupted by visitors from the Green Cloud Valley. The second Gu Changqing sees Li Nianfan. He goes into full fanboy mode. The amount of praise he heaps on him is so intense. It leaves our boy completely baffled. Our boy is just scratching his head like, who is this guy? And why is he telling me all this? Meanwhile, Gu and his crew are convinced Master Li is satisfied with their performance. The communication gap here is wider than the Grand Canyon. After all the pleasantries, Gu Changqing presents his gift, a spatial treasure. Our boy, being from modern Earth, just thinks it's some kind of high-tech compression bag and feels a bit embarrassed to accept yet another gift. Seeing our boy hesitate, Gu Changqing gets a brilliant idea. He suggests a painting in return. The people next to him nearly have a heart attack. "Are you insane? You dare ask the master for a gift? You got a death wish, old man." But little do they know, Gu Changqing's back is against the wall. His kids emptied his entire treasury from Master Li. If he can't get something back, how can he maintain his authority as chief? He has to take this gamble. Unexpectedly, our boy doesn't think much of it. A painting? Sure, no big deal. He casually agrees, picks up a brush, and begins his ordinary little art project. But the moment his brush touches the paper, the world itself trembles. He's not just painting a picture. He's painting the Tao, the laws of the universe, an entire world. An immense, supreme pressure instantly envelopes everyone present. Before Gu Changqing and the others can even react, they're pulled directly into the world of the painting. They look up to see the very essence of the Tao flowing across the sky. This isn't a painting, it's a pocket dimension. The world inside is scorchingly hot, a place that feels like it could burn everything to ash. The soles of their shoes are literally melting. This terrifying scene makes them wonder, could this be the legendary ancient era? They look up at the sky and see a single, impossibly massive sun hanging there, radiating destructive heat. The sight is absolutely breathtaking and terrifying. Just as they're completely overwhelmed by this ancient spectacle, a divine bird suddenly flies out from within the sun. What is happening now? The divine bird carries an aura that could scorch the heavens and charges right at them. They're scared out of their wits. If that thing even touches them, they'll be instantly vaporized. Just as they think they're done for, back in the real world, Li Nianfan casually says, "I'm done." And instantly, all the terrifying phenomena inside the painting vanish. The three of them snap back to reality, drenched in sweat and still shaking. Our boy then hands them the painting, apologizing that it was a rush job, and he hopes they don't mind. The level of unintentional flexing is off the charts. When they learn that the creature in the painting is the mythical three-legged golden crow, the embodiment of the sun, they are beyond shocked. Master Li can actually draw a creature that only exists in ancient legends. Seeing their interest, our boy casually tells them the myth of Ho Yi shooting the suns from his hometown. But to these cultivators, it's not a myth. They're convinced they're hearing a first-hand account of an ancient secret that Master Lee personally witnessed. When giving the painting, our boy says some polite things, dropping a classic idiom about being virtuous when poor and helping the world when prosperous, basically encouraging Gu Changqing to do good work. But Gu Changqing's interpretation is completely different. He hears a stern warning from the master, telling him not to be greedy or arrogant, or else his fate will be the same as the sons that got shot down. The more he thinks, the more terrified he becomes. He's convinced the master is calling him the last son, a target waiting to be shot down by Ho Yi. Under this immense, self-induced fear, the old chief literally fainted from the horror story he cooked up in his own head. When he finally wakes up, the very first thing he does is kowtow in Master Lee's direction and beg for forgiveness, leaving his kids completely bewildered. And when he learns that the master gifted him that very painting of the divine bird, he's moved to tears, believing this is the master giving him a chance to redeem himself. Meanwhile, our boy, having successfully enlightened a powerful sect leader without even knowing it, has already headed home with Daji to feed his dog, leaving a legend in his wake. He casually invites them to visit sometime, and they, of course, are beyond honored and agree immediately. Back at our boy's courtyard, this is no ordinary farmhouse. None of the pets he keeps are what they seem. Just look at this. Even the cat is cultivating on a treadmill. And this isn't just any treadmill. It's clearly a magical artifact that can adjust its speed for some demonic level training. The other residents of the yard aren't slacking either. We've got a blue giant chilling on a lounge chair and a massive dragon coiled up nearby. Any single one of these guys could probably conquer a small country. And over here, the fire dragon is using its breath to roast a pig demon. The pig is practically well done, but is still asking the boss how its cultivation is going. And supervising it all is the calm and collected big boss Blackie, the dog. After giving instructions for the barbecue, Blackie's next thought is to check on his home-brewed snake wine. This dog is living a better life than most gods. Just then, the little white cat shyly approaches, asking if Blackie can teach it some spells. Look at this, it's so adorable. Blackie is a dog of style. He puts on his mask, instantly looking the part, and prepares to teach his ultimate technique, the dog paws from heaven. But right at that moment, he senses his master is back. The second the master returns, every single demon, monster, and divine beast in the yard instantly switches modes. They all transform into cute, harmless, ordinary little animals. The acting skills here are Oscar-worthy. Our boy comes home, sees that everything in the yard is just as he left it, and praises his dog Blackie for being so well-behaved. Little does he know that every pet in his yard is basically a nuclear-level threat. Our boy feels refreshed the moment he gets home. There's no place like it. What he doesn't see is the pig demon getting sent flying by a single bark from Blackie just seconds after he walked in. He starts sorting through the souvenirs he received on his trip. He picks up the spatial treasure from Gu Changqing and, because of its demonic face design, casually comments, "So ugly." He has no idea that this ugly thing he's holding is actually a dangerous artifact, sealing a powerful demon. As he handles it, a sinister black aura quietly begins to spread. The next day, Lin Yinfan is back to his usual routine, doing morning exercises in the yard with Daji. His lifestyle is as disciplined as a retired old man's. He's counting out the rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Daji is following along seriously. It's a very wholesome and peaceful scene. However, this tranquility is about to be shattered. Lin Yinfan's pets have sensed the evil presence lurking within the courtyard. Our boy gets a jump scare from Blackie in the morning and thinks the dog is just playing around. But then he notices a pile of fertilizer. He immediately launches into a lecture about the importance of using the proper toilet. What he doesn't know is that the fertilizer is actually a concentration of demonic energy, and the demon from that ugly artifact has already slipped out and is now secretly observing him. Our boy finds the demonic artifact by the window, thinks it's weird, but just puts it back on the shelf without a second thought. But the moment he turns his back, the demon strikes again. The demon invades his mind and starts its pitch with the oldest tricks in the book. Hey youngster, do you want to be invincible? Do you want endless wealth and all the pretty girls in the world? But who is our boy? A transmigrator. He's read this standard web novel opening 1,000 times. He's completely unfazed, maybe even a little amused. The demon is stunned. Why is this generation so hard to tempt? Its temptation having failed, the demon is furious, but its main body is still suppressed by a sword and can't break free. With plan A in shambles, the demon comes up with plan B. It decides to give up on our impenetrable protagonist and shift its target to Daji. It gets close to Daji and whispers enticingly, "Young girl, don't you want to stand on the peak of this world, admired by all?" It even ups the ante. "Do you want a pretty face that can make every man go crazy for you?" This demon clearly has no idea who it's talking to. And as expected, after hearing the offer, Daji just slaps it across the face. This is the biggest insult you could possibly give to a nine-tailed celestial fox. So after Daji put that clueless demon in its place, we kick off a new chapter. And it looks like the trouble isn't over yet, because this one doesn't give up easily. The demon, let's call her Yucha, spots Daji and immediately knows she's way out of her league. She's like, "Okay, I can't tempt her master." But then a terrible idea pops into her head. "Then, I can tempt the dog, right?" And so she tries her best sales pitch on Lord Blackie. "Want to be the king of all dogs? Have all the beautiful female dogs in the world." But our boy Blackie isn't impressed. He just turns around and pees on a post. The disrespect is real. "Okay, that was the last straw." Yucha is fuming. "I'm in a bad mood. Let me take it out on this stupid dog." She launches an attack, only to get instantly knocked on her, but she has absolutely no idea what just happened. She messed with the wrong dog. Lying on the ground, completely defeated, she's whining about being trapped here. But then she spots it, the demonic sword just lying there. Suddenly, there's hope. She turns to the dog. "Hey, you're not some ordinary dog, are you? Let's team up and suppress this sword." But before she can make her move, a skeleton pops up out of nowhere. It's one of the previous demons. He puts a hand on her head and is like, "Sister, we're from the same origin. I'll put in a good word with Lord Blackie for you and help you join our Buddhist sect." Yucha's face just screams, "WTF is going on?" The skeleton tells her to just take a look at her surroundings. And when she does, she completely loses it. There's a golden dragon, a blue spirit, some dude lifting weights. This isn't a backyard. It's a monster convention. She's screaming, "What is this place?" Meanwhile, completely oblivious to the chaos in his backyard, our boy Li Nianfan is just chilling at a local food stall. The owner serves him some buns and makes some small talk. "Hey, did you hear? The old pagoda tree by the east gate got struck by lightning." The owner gets all dramatic, describing how one single lightning strike was so powerful it split the massive old tree clean in two. Luckily, no one got hurt, but man, what a sight that must have been. Naturally, the incident has drawn a crowd. Everyone's whispering that a tree, that old, must have had a spirit. As they talk, our boy Li Nianfan and Daji arrive on the scene to check out the colossal, splintered tree for themselves. Seeing the state of the tree, Li Nianfan feels a bit down. He touches the trunk and says, "Old pagoda tree, if you really have a spirit, I hope you can break through and be reincarnated." Little does he know, as he walks away, his casual blessing has already sparked new life. A tiny sprout emerges from the broken trunk. And just like that, a new beginning for the ancient spirit, all thanks to a casual remark from our unknowingly OP protagonist. All right, new chapter. Let's see what kind of unintentional chaos our boy is going to cause next. Elsewhere, a whole sect is anxiously waiting. Their master is finally coming out of seclusion, but as they wait, a giant Buddha statue nearby starts to shake and move. Something big is about to go down. The master finally appears, but he looks exhausted. His disciple rushes to him, but he cuts her off. "Stop talking. I'm afraid I don't have much time left." The mood just got real heavy, real fast. Everyone is shocked. The master explains that while he was in seclusion, he sensed a shift in the world. The heavenly catastrophe they're about to face is going to be more than twice as powerful as they predicted. He has no idea why. Time life. It's all over. He's accepted his fate. Looks like this old master is preparing to face his end. But back in our boy's peaceful courtyard, life goes on as usual. He's just minding his own business when he hears a knock at the door. And look who it is. It's the old master, Uncle Yao, but he looks absolutely terrified. He tells Li Nianfan that this might be his last visit, because he's about to face a great catastrophe that he probably won't survive. He's practically begging, saying that unless some miracle happens or he gets his hands on a powerful treasure, he's a goner. He's looking at Li Nianfan with so much hope, shouting masterly, "Do you have any idea?" He's hoping our boy will just casually hand him a divine artifact. But of course, our boy Li Nianfan, the king of misunderstandings, thinks the old man is just scared of dying. He gives him some classic mortal advice. Since death is certain, why not accept it peacefully? Uncle Yao is absolutely devastated. He thinks Masterly has refused to help him. As he's leaving, defeated, he asks what Li Nianfan was working on. Li Nianfan holds up the rod and says, "Oh, this? It's a lightning protection rod." He explains that since the old pagoda tree got struck, he figured he should make one for his house. Uncle Yao's eyes go wide. Hey, a lightning protection rod. Our boy casually explains the science behind it. For Lin Yinfan, it's a simple safety measure. For Uncle Yao, whose impending doom is literally a massive lightning storm, this is a divine revelation. A single word appears in his mind: hope. Back at the Lin Immortal Palace, the sky is dark and stormy. The disciples are watching nervously. The catastrophe is coming, and they don't know if their master can survive it. Then news arrives. Someone heard that Master Li gave their master a treasure called a lightning protection rod. Nobody knows what it is, but coming from Master Li, it has to be something incredible, right? Maybe this is the key to surviving. And there he is, Uncle Yao, standing tall against the storm, holding the divine artifact that will supposedly save his life. He looks ready to face anything. New chapter. Time for the lightning show. Let's see if this divine artifact actually works. Just a quick reminder of the Lin Yinfan effect. Everything our boy touches turns to gold. So this lightning rod has to be OP, right? Right? The crowd watches in anticipation. The catastrophe begins, and the lightning goes straight for the rod, which is exactly what a lightning rod is supposed to do. Except Uncle Yao is holding it. The look on his face says it all. This was a terrible, terrible idea. Meanwhile, back at the expert's residence, the boar demon is on guard duty, complaining to himself, "Man, the author hasn't given me any lines in chapters. Is he messing with me?" Just then, the purple mouse appears, saying the master likes to play tricks on people. Back inside, our boy is giving Daji a science lesson, explaining how a lightning rod works by guiding electricity safely into the ground. But then he realizes, maybe using my own house as the first test subject isn't the brightest idea. He's concerned that testing on a tree might just burn down the whole forest. So, brilliant mind that he is, he created a kite to attract the lightning instead. But now he has a new problem. This experiment is perilous. Who's going to fly the kite? Daji, ever helpful, says, "Oh, I have a friend who can help," and calls over Mr. Wildboar. Lin Yinfan, who has no idea this is one of his guardians, completely panics. "Monster!" Daji quickly calms him down. While the poor boar is terrified Lin Yinfan is going to eat him. She explains that Mr. Wildboar loves to help people and is a big fan of experiments. So, he'll be the one to fly the kite. Lin Yinfan is still sketched out, but he's also super impressed with Daji. Wow, Daji is awesome. She gets along with small animals and monsters. He's picturing her as some kind of Disney princess, and the contrast is hilarious. So, our boy hands the kite over. "All right then, sorry to trouble you, Mr. Wildboar." The boar just looks at the kite, then at the stormy sky, and completely breaks down. "I'm dead for real this time." And we're back. The stage is set for a truly shocking experiment. Let's have a moment of silence for our piggy test subject. Poor Mr. Wildboar is shaking in his boots. Lin Yinfan tries to be encouraging. "Don't worry. If everything goes according to plan, it'll be perfectly safe." Famous last words. But the boar is not convinced. What if it doesn't go as planned? And right on cue, a massive bolt of lightning cracks across the sky. It's coming. The lightning flashes, the thunder rolls, but nothing happens. The bolt didn't strike anywhere near them. The boar is just sitting there like, huh? What gives? The boar is wondering why the lightning isn't striking his kite when suddenly, the purple mouse demon pops up. She explains, "Today's lightning is the celestial Tao lightning. It only strikes the one who's undergoing the tribulation." The boar is ecstatic, so I'm safe. But then, the gears start turning in his head. Wait a minute. If it only strikes the one being tested, then could it be? And yup, he's right. Back at the Lin Immortal Palace, Uncle Yao is getting absolutely cooked. He finally gets knocked off the platform, plummeting towards the ground as his disciples scream in horror. We get a quick flashback to Lin Yinfan handing the rod. "Do you need this?" Yes. "Well, it's just a prototype, so don't use it for anything important. Just play around with it." Oh, the irony. The onlookers are in shock. Their palace master is being electrocuted into oblivion. This is not going according to plan at all. The disciples finally connect the dots. That rod didn't protect him. It's a lightning magnet. They conclude that their master must have angered Master Li, and this is his divine punishment. He's panicking, thinking Master Li has abandoned him. Just as he's about to give up all hope, he sees something in the distance. A kite, shaped like a star, with words written on it. "Come over here." And in that moment, he recognizes the calligraphy. It's Master Li's handwriting, a beacon of hope in the storm. Here we go. It seems Master Li has a plan after all. Or does he? Uncle Yao is crying with joy. "Master Li hasn't given up on me." His disciples urge him on. "Hurry, Master. Go now." And he takes off like a rocket, screaming, "Master Li, this old man is coming." The demons see this old man flying towards them at top speed. The mouse identifies him as Yao Mengji, the one undergoing the tribulation. She turns to the boar. Stupid boar, you should pray hard now. And they both just book it. As Yao Mengji flies and the demons run for their lives, they're all getting caught in the crossfire. Stray lightning bolts are zapping everyone. From below, Lin Yinfan and Daji watch the chaos unfold, completely bewildered. Our boy is a proud scientist. My kite is bringing the lightning towards it. Physics never lies. But then he gets worried. Wait, if Mr. Wild Boar keeps running, my experiment will fail. Daji, however, is all smiles, as expected. Everything is under Master Li's plan. Uncle Yao realizes this is his only chance. He screams, Master Li, and puts all his energy into a final dash, flying straight for the running boar, ready to intercept the tribulation lightning. He reaches the boar, snatches the kite right out of his hands, and braces for impact. The poor boar is just left there, completely stunned. After the dust settles, the boar wakes up. I'm still alive. He sees Uncle Yao and is overcome with gratitude. My savior, you're awake. He thinks the old man was sent by Master Li to help him take some of the lightning. The misunderstanding chain continues. The boar offers his eternal gratitude, but Uncle Yao calmly replies, no worries, savior. Your body is fine. Just that, your hand is cooked. The boar looks down and screams, my hand. Just then, Lin Yinfan and Daji walk up. The boar sees the celestial fox and immediately gets nervous. Daji, with her innocent fox smile, leans in and says, your hand smells nice. The poor boar is on the verge of tears. Not you too, Lord Celestial Fox. He thought he survived death only to end up as barbecue.